Alright, what is up everybody? Apollo here, and in this video I'm gonna talk about a couple of things, a couple of hefty things, and we will get into that right after the intro. I'll see you guys on the other side.
The truth.
Okay, so yeah guys, we are in a lobby now. I will hop in to the game and we will start talking. So the title of this video may, seem a little bit, dramatic, but I think it's important that, first of all, I apologize to you guys for being a bad example. First of all, so as some of you know, I am a Christian, which basically means I've accepted Jesus, the Son of God, into my heart. I understand that I'm a sinner, and I have asked him to basically save me from my sinfulness, because I know that I can't do it by myself, and hopefully I will get into that in future videos, sort of just talking about my faith and God, because it is life-changing and it has changed my life, and I just got to put that down as a ground rule. So some of you know that and some of you don't, and I wish that all of you knew that from the beginning. So I just want to let everybody know that right now. Second of all, I just want to say I'm sorry for not being the best example I could have been, because I am an adult and I understand that everybody has an influence, and I have not been using my influence for the best things. So I want to say I'm sorry for that. I in my streams and my videos, my music and my language has not been good, and I apologize for that. It's not being the example I am called to have, or should be, and so I do want to say I'm sorry for that. I plan with this platform to definitely get more into my faith with you guys. If you ever have any questions about that or anything like that, definitely just let me know. I would love to talk about that with you guys. And so yes, definitely talk to me about that, ask me questions about it, and I do want to say thank you to LuckyPenny, who's been a great influence throughout my streaming, throughout my YouTubing, and just helping me stay grounded in my faith, I would say, and kind of reminding me. And I didn't always take his advice when it comes to streaming and in my language, but Lucky definitely helped me tone down my language in my streams, which is something I really had to do. And I get it. In gaming, you get heated up, you get really angry, and or you kind of revert to swearing, which is something I have to work on myself, and I'm sorry for letting that get away from me, because I have let that get away from me, and I'm sorry, and I have been working on it for a while. But just huge shout out to LuckyPenny for helping me with that and being there, so Lucky, if you ever watch this, thank you. You have been really great friend, and I just want to say that too. So does this change anything when it comes to streaming? No. I'm still gonna stream YouTube, and I love all you guys. I'm just gonna work on being a good example to you guys, because it's something I should have been from the beginning, which I was not. So I'm sorry for not being that example. What else? There's a big Christian presence, I would say, on Shell. You see it every now and then. And so yeah, Mafia is a Christian and pretty open about that, and I respect him for that. Don't agree with him on everything, but I respect him for that. And so if you are a Christian in Shell and you feel like you're, you don't belong, there are some of us out there. So definitely go try to find find us, because we're there. I do want to say, I mean, again, just I'm really sorry for not being the example I should be. Music taste wise, everything. I'm not that person, you know, and I don't want to be that person. Now, for all you guys who have supported me, I still love you guys. Oh, please don't kill me. And I died. A kill streak, not bad. So I'm gonna just dive into my faith a little bit more. When I was 12 years old, I was raised in a Christian home, but when I was 12, I realized that, I was, sinful. I did bad things, and that really, I think everybody at a certain age, you understand that you are wrong and that you have something, you're sinful, something like that, and that you do bad things, because everybody does bad things. I think we can all agree with that. Everybody lies. Everybody, steals at some point in their life. And it was when I was about 12 that I realized that I did that. I was a sinner, and that was wrong. And thankfully, with the help of my parents, I was able to be led to Christ, which was a life-changing experience. It really was. I realized that, hey, I can't save myself, but I can, do the right thing here and realize that there's only one person who can save me from my sin, and that's God. That's Jesus, really, who, if you haven't heard the story, and I pray that you have, Jesus came to the earth to die for our sins, specifically for us, because he knew that we couldn't save ourselves. We had sinned initially, and then he came to earth to save us from our sins, because we couldn't save ourselves. And I would encourage people to read the Bible. It's just great. Even if you're not Christian, you don't have to be Christian to read the Bible or understand the Bible. But I would just encourage you to read the Bible. And John 3:16, and I don't know as many verses as I should. John 3:16 says that God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, gave his only begotten son, that any who believe should not perish but have everlasting life, is what it was. And that just shows the love of God, something that I sort of, rejected in my life for a while. And so, I was saved, yes, but I sort of didn't live that way, if you know what I mean. And so, I just hope that you guys get to experience the freedom that you get when you accept Christ, because it's just the love of God is something that is so overwhelming that I'm not a perfect person, and I do go through struggles, and oh my gosh, there's a lot struggles, and I go through depression, and I get hurt and all this, but you just experience things differently when you know that God is always going to love you, and you just look at the world differently. So I hope you guys all get to experience that. And I understand I'm rambling a little bit, but I want you guys to be able to see that light that he gives in my streams and my videos, but also get to experience that for yourself. So back to the whole I'm being saved. So I was raised in a Christian home, but I understood when I got saved that I couldn't save myself. And I hope you guys understand that we sin based on our nature. We were born into sin, which is a hard thing to kind of explain, but we're born into sin, and so we can't save ourselves because it's our nature. We have to kind of become a new person, and that's the only way of doing that is by accepting Jesus into our hearts. He's the only one who can save us, because he is the Son of God, and God created us, so God can make us a new creature. So like I said, I hope you guys understand that. And if you have any questions, again, just DM me. And I know this is a little bit of a different video, but my goal for the stream is to be, you know, that person who you can go to talk about Jesus. Then be the safe stream, you know, that you can express your faith. And like I said, anybody is welcome to talk about their faith. But I am a Christian, so I want my streams, my videos to be a safe place to be talked about, you know, the Bible, struggles in school with Christianity, all that sort of stuff. And eventually, hopefully, I want to do like not a podcast so much as just sort of like a podcast, I guess. Just sort of talking about the Bible, doing a Bible study, and while playing shellshockers, which will be interesting. Again, back to my conversion. So I understood that I couldn't save myself, that only Jesus could, and I accepted Jesus. I said, you know, Jesus, I know I cannot save myself. I know only you can. Because it's not just knowing that you can't save yourself, it's knowing that Jesus is the only way. Because a lot of people believe that, you know, they're sinners, but they just don't accept the fact that Jesus is the only way to get saved. And so I think, you know, he just died. I think that's a big step, is realizing that you're you know, not a good person naturally. But then the second big step is understanding that Jesus was the only perfect person to ever walk this earth. And he's the only one who can save you. So, that's, I guess, all I'm going to say about that now. And so, yeah, I'm going to hop into another lobby and we'll finish up. So we hopped in another teens lobby real quick. So I want you guys to know that I've always been Christian, I guess. So when I was streaming before, it wasn't that I wasn't Christian. It was just that I wasn't being a good example. I wasn't living up to my faith, what I should be doing and saying and listening to, and being that example to those around me. I wasn't doing that. And so that's why I want to say I'm sorry, because in a way I wasn't being honest with you guys. I was, you know, trying to be somebody I wasn't, and live up to a standard that I didn't have to live up to, that I shouldn't have wanted to live up to, but that's what was happening. So I'm sorry for that. When it comes to, I have, you know, depression to an extent, and I have a busy life. I get stressed, I get anxious, and I want you guys to know that God is always there, and oftentimes he's there when it feels like nobody else is. Even though I would argue that somebody is always there, your parents are always going to be there. They're not perfect people, but, you know, you can always talk to them. And I'm kind of, you know, rambling here, but I mean, I feel like it's so important to talk about. It really is. And I want to be able to say what I can about this, because it really is, it's important. It's important to me, and it's important to so many other people, I think. So I just wanted to get that out. One more time, I want to say, you know, I'm sorry. And that I want you guys to be able to talk to me about, you know, Christianity and all that. So if you guys have any questions at all about Christianity or anything like that, DM me, drop something in the comments, let me know, because I love you guys. You guys are my community, you guys are my friends, and I want the best for you guys, I really do. But I want also to be able to be open and be who I truly am with you guys, you know. And so it's a little weird, I will admit, and this isn't my normal video, and trust me, it won't be my normal video. but I want you guys to know so bad the truth. And so yeah. I'm gonna classify this as a let's talk, but I'm not sure if I'm going to in the end. I think this will be a let's talk. So I will catch you guys in the next episode of Let's Talk. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below or DM me on Discord. You can easily, well, not easily anymore, but you can reach me on Discord as well. But I'd be happy to answer any questions. If you have any questions you want to ask, to be in the question and answer video that I'm going to do sometime in the future, let me know about that too. Because I'm going to be compiling some of the questions I get, you know, like age, you know, country at least, maybe state, and yeah, so yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.